Stop playing games that I'm running. Stranger names. I'm streaming. You know the drill. I'm gonna start drawing. My name's Kynic, etc. You know that shit. Why is it white? Why am I drawing in white? There we go. I want to get something down. I've been wanting to draw this since last night. I just really want to jot it down. Because it's been in my head. I want to get it out of my head. Why am I drawing at 39? Draw at 20. That's better. You know when there's when there's a chat that doesn't move on my stream, it always makes me feel like I'm just talking to nobody when I do this. It's been kind of a wild ride the last couple of days. Emotionally, I've been in a really weird place. I've been feeling a lot of species dysphoria, which is not uncommon for me. However, recently it has been very bad. I have not wanted to be inhuman this much in a long time. I've been feeling it like intensely the last couple of days. And I guess there's not really much I can do about that, because it's not like anything's gonna change. But yeah, I don't know, just feeling that. Also just been feeling intense feelings of like being uninteresting. But I really shouldn't, I shouldn't talk about that on a stream because people might actually be listening. And if that's the case, then that would be awkward, because then those people would be like, oh, that's uncomfortable. I don't want to think about that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Does anything I'm saying make any sense? I don't think it does. Frog? Gecko. Hey, Squifflepuff. I'm planning to get to your commission as soon as possible. I just need a couple days break since the last commission. Just joined so you didn't hear? That's fair. It's okay? Okay. I will get to your commission. Who just followed? Thank you, Mama Sloshy. That's a good name. I like that. Thank you for following. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoy what I do. Take as long as you need. I appreciate that, thank you. I have my own personal deadlines and stuff, so I want to keep to those at the very least. But I appreciate you being lenient. Oh, I've got an idea. Yeah, what was I talking about? Super epic species dysphoria I've been feeling lately. Really wanting to be something that's not human, like so bad. Like extremely bad. The last couple of days. Last couple of weeks, honestly. It's been real uncomfortable being a person, being a human. And if you don't know what that feels like, then I can't really fucking explain it. You feel that? Yeah. There was also someone in a chat I was in, like a little group I was in the last couple of weeks ago, who was like, I'm sick of people talking about species dysphoria because it makes fun of real dysphoric feelings. Which is like, dude, what do you even... I don't understand. Like, it is real. I feel it. And they weren't talking to me specifically, but it was in a chat I was in, and it just was like, great. Good to know that what I feel is invalid. For some people. Always a good thing to know that. Tim Tam's been telling me that I need to be more, like, open up more on stream. And, like, talk more so that people will, you know, so that, I mean, I would like people to be more interested in what I'm doing, right? Because I feel like, what I do is boring. But opening up, I just feel like I always start talking about fucking depressing shit. Hi, Quentin. Oh, sorry, I just need to confirm an appointment. Give me a sec. Morning, Rue. Hey, hey. Tim Tam's like, I've got to be more. The furry euphoria of being called Rue is new and exciting, gives me the warm fuzzies. I'm glad. I'm very glad. I want to feel like that. My brain doesn't allow me to feel the warmth of that because it finds it embarrassing to think about. I wish that You're a good kobold? Thank you. I appreciate that. I wish my brain allowed me to feel that warm fuzzy thing that you're talking about. Same with whenever someone calls me a crow. I'll keep that in mind. Felt the same for a while, but had to get past that. Easier said than done. I've been trying to get past it for 10 years. And I still have not. I think part of the reason is because I have association now with being called a pet name like that, which is kind of negative, which is unfortunate. And that doesn't help. Specifically kobold. I like being a kobold, but being called kobold reminds me of a time in my life where I was in an extremely toxic friendship. You feel that? Yeah. You with your original Sona's nickname of Rue Boy? Yeah. Toxic friends can affect you in ways you don't even realize. Oh, I realize them. Every day. Every day. That's what I mean. I feel like if I was just left to my own devices to like just talk about things that are on my mind, this is what I'm going to be talking about all the time. And I feel like that's like super uncomfortable for most people. But then when I try to like fake it and be like streamer personality, then I end up not thinking of anything to say because I don't know what to say. I want to be like Seesaw. I've like been watching some of his streams. He's so fucking good at just like talking and making it interesting and charismatic. Your one consolation is that your abuser is having a time right now in retail hell. Regretting their life choices? Fair enough. Good froggy piece. I mean, it's Gecko. I wanted to do Gecko. Whenever I get super dysphoric, I want to do Gecko. I feel like if I was ever to change my Sona, it would be into a Gecko. Or an Australian bushtail curlew. I don't, back to what you said earlier, I don't mind when you talk about things that bother you. I'm not sure what others think, but it's nice to know that someone goes through similar things to me. I appreciate that. I just know that it's gonna be like the only thing that I talk about if I end up talking about it. Because it's all I ever think about. I would like to be someone, a streamer, you know, like Caesar, or like Azel, who is able to just kind of apply a positive situation to the stream, like apply a positive mood, and like project that outwards for the duration of a stream. I feel like it would help me feel better personally as well. Just like, you know, the fake it till you make it thing. I don't really know how to do that because it makes me uncomfortable. It's weirdly reassuring that I'm not the only one just consumed by that shit. Like, it absolutely sucks, but at least we're not alone. That's true. Yeah. I'm consumed by it daily. I have been since it happened. Or since I was in that situation, I should say. And it affects every single decision I make. For better or for worse, but mostly for worse. Because it means that I just don't trust people anymore. You know, even if someone's offering to quote-unquote help with a problem that I'm having, I don't trust that they're actually trying to do that. I just think that they're trying to get something out of me. Absolutely zero trust in people. It's been like 2 years, but at least I'm no longer gaslit into thinking it was my fault. I still think it was my fault. Sometimes. Some of the things that I did. I still think they're my fault. And I feel really guilty. I feel like if I wasn't such a hot-headed child a couple of years ago, then I would have made decisions that didn't end up stabbing me in the back. Or like blowing up in my face, I should say. But I guess that's what you do as a kid. Does being 20 count as being a child still? I guess that's the thing as well. I feel like I've grown a lot since then, but I've grown to like just avoid everything and everyone and just not talk to people. Which honestly is a lot nicer for me, even though it is lonely. Because at least I have the reassurance of knowing that people aren't going to like turn around and just like fucking tell me that all along I was one of the worst people they knew, etc. And just like reveal that they were just pretending to be my friend to get something out of me. Who's texting me? It's Grub. I have the what ifs of if I'd done things differently, but ultimately it was entirely the deliberate malice and pettiness of others that things went so south. I did the best I could at the time, given the stress they were putting me through, and that's enough. I wish I could think that way. I think that would help. But I still think I could have done better. And I could have not helped cause situations that ended up stressing me out to the point where I couldn't function. I feel like I could have been better. Which is why I don't make those decisions anymore. And I just treat everyone as a potential... what was I going to say? Potential... a potential like, I wouldn't say enemy, more like emotional a potential... It's kind of difficult to describe, like someone who is able to manipulate my emotions in such a way that makes me feel negative for the rest of my life. That sort of thing. Yeah, prepping myself for disappointment. Exactly. How's it going, Tim Tam? How you feeling? Did you sleep at all? You better have slept. Is anyone else getting really sick of this playlist? You're terrified of cis women. Not much. We have workers on the house here, so it's been construction noises for 3 hours. That sounds fucking awesome. Get some good Foley for a video game while they do that. It's not very often you get personal construction. No? Why not? Frog socks? You're completely right, Carrier. You're the first person to guess that. I mean, it's not frog, it's gecko, but yes, there's socks that turn you into a gecko. I love that my pen is failing. Where to buy? Your local Target. They actually have them on sale at the moment for $3.99. Hashtag ad. I'm completely making all of this up. I would love to be sponsored by a company and then be able to like come up with a completely fake product that they sell. You were gonna say Gecko first, but second guess yourself? Go with your gut, man. Go with your gut. I like doing these first person pieces. You'd use code GECKLES for 20% off? Exactly. Give me a DNA sponsorship, I'm begging. I love how much you are obsessed with that like fake ad from like a 20-year-old magazine. The DNA thing. Your first person pieces are so great. Thank you, I appreciate that. I like making them. They're also a nice challenge when it comes to perspective. I feel like when they're done, I feel like they're not done often. There was a nice first person Dragon TF piece that came out this morning. That one was pretty cool. The like blue dragon one where he's looking at the phone and he's in the bed. And he's like, what was in those gummies or whatever. That came out this morning. That kind of inspired me to do this, but also I'd been wanting to do this piece since last night, so my idea first. I win. What was I saying? Fucking, I want to do... I'm enjoying this first person piece. I think there's not enough of them, and they're a good practice for perspective. Your first person ones are where you found me from? Yeah, sweet. Was it the shark one? That one's one of my favorite pieces I've ever done, actually. I feel like the reflections on that are really good, and I also really like the hand. Like the one that's facing upwards and holding the little pendant thing. It was Socks Off too? Oh my god, that's such an old one. Oh, fuck me. I hate that one. I'm glad you enjoy it, but that's such a fucking old piece. Oh my god. The reflection on the shark one is insane. I agree. Grippers. You love it? I mean, I'm glad you love it. I don't. I think it's old and weird. And I think the perspective makes no sense. And I think the anatomy makes no sense. And I think it doesn't look squishy enough. And I like making things look squishy. But, you know, I can say all of that about my old art, but it's still on the internet. Socks Off 3 when? I don't know, man. I'm more interested in making a new Hypnosis TV piece, which for some reason I keep putting those off and not making them for like years at a time. There's only like 5 parts in that series and I've been doing art for 8 years. And like Hypnosis TV 1 was one of the first pieces I ever uploaded here. To FA, I should say. Hypno is great, I agree. And also I take full credit for inventing the Hypnosis TV subgenre that exists now. Just saying. That was not a thing before I started it. I'm gonna take full credit for that. I'm also gonna take credit for inventing the taking a picture of someone turning them into something genre, because that also did not exist before I invented it. So, taking credit for both of those. Thank you. When I first started, I came up with a bunch of like unique triggers. That was one of my favorite things to do, was coming up with new transformation triggers, because I thought it was such an interesting thing to explore. I feel like people have done socks that turn you into something before. I mean, I've even done it before. So this is not a new trigger. I should like try and come up with a new trigger again at some point. feel like that would be interesting. But I don't even know what I would do. You should keep trying to make new ones? I mean, yeah, exactly. I feel like I've explored so much now. I guess I should actually like try and think of something. Because I haven't actually actively thought of any new triggers in a very long time. Like I haven't put any thought into it. You could use DNA. I feel like that one's so obvious though. I feel like people have done that before. There's definitely got to be a DNA transformation out there somewhere. I'm thinking like, I don't know. I haven't actively thought about it since in forever, so I would need time to actually come up with one. I used to think about it all the time, especially in school. I would think about it constantly. VR is an obvious one that's been done before. Maybe it would be cute to like have a like a doll that you dress up, and as you dress it up in like a dinosaur costume, you transform more into a dinosaur. Or like a friend dresses the doll up, and it's like a doll of you or something. And it doesn't have to be a dinosaur, it could be any creature, right? Maybe something like that would be interesting. I don't know. Literally only one person has, and it's kind of crap. That's kind of insane. I feel like DNA has become such a meme. That's why you keep pushing it? Yeah, real. You're the only one talking about it? You have become the DNA'd guy. I feel like that's... you just need to know that. I feel like you're the DNA'd guy. Because it's, you know, you talk about it all the time. That's really funny. I'm glad it's funny. Voodoo TF was one of the first triggers you saw. Can't do it now. It's not original. That's not what I wanted to do. I want to put a hand in here. Wait, what's DNA'd? I'm gonna get it up. Also, I'm gonna save this picture real quick because I haven't saved yet. 2025. So this was a meme that was going around a couple years ago. Basically, it is a cover for a magazine about like the future. It was called Found, Artifacts from the Future. And this is a low quality version of the image. I know someone's found a high quality version. Yeah, here it is. So I think this came out in like the fucking 70s or something. I don't know how old it is. But you have 3 more years to find a bottle. That's funny. This was posted in 2020. So it's basically just from 2001. There we go. Oh, you were the one who found the high quality one. God damn. Sweet. Well, anyway, Rue here found the high quality version and scanned it in. Helixa is some good wordplay. Yeah, I know. This is pretty cool. It's like a this series is like an talking about like products that would exist in the future, I think. And then this is one of them. It's DNA'd. And I would assume that it transforms you into stuff. I actually don't really know what the point of any of this is. I don't really know the... Like, what does the high quality version say? Maybe I can find it. DNA'd high quality. I don't know. Let me DM it. Okay, cool. It's nowhere widely online yet? Oh, okay. Well, exclusive Kynic fucking showing of the high quality version of this image became an epic meme a couple of years ago throughout the furry community and also the wider just internet. I feel like for like a couple of days this was pretty popular because someone posted an image that was like back in 2020 that was like, you have 3 years to procure and drink a bottle of DNA before it goes out of date, because the use by date obviously is 2023, which was 2 years ago now, by the way. Just saying. That's a big paw. Thank you, Littlefine. Littlefine crash lands. I love your little entrance DMs. I want to put a hand in here. I want to have a hand grabbing it, because I always feel like that gives it so much more depth. I'll wait until Rue DMs me that image, and then we'll continue talking about it. Just sent? Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. I still have yet to watch that thing that you sent me yesterday. Okay. Here's the high quality version. That's so much better. Oh my god. Okay, now we can get a proper fucking look at this shit. This is the high quality version. For best results, drink the gene fusion first, followed immediately by the Proactivate special formulized enzyme infusion. What do we have? Brittany 18, Centenarian Cocktail, Einstein Lastic, Eli Lilly Mood Manager, Gene Nike. Oh my god. Haplotypes A, B, and E, and Memory Doubler. Extra strength, low in pathogens. So I guess it's just like a funny drink with DNA in it. Heat refrigerated, not recommended for clones or polygenics. That's interesting. Yeah. One flavor's the trigger and the other's the antidote. Good luck getting that tiny lid off with the new pores. I like that. That's fun. Anyway, yeah. It's a fun little... Oh, March 2002. There you go. The Wired magazine. Yeah. It's the perfect middle ground for when magic is too bullshit and sciencey injection is too medical. That's fun. All drink brands are probably branch out into different flavors, each with different effects. Yeah, that's very fun. I'm gonna save this because I like having the high quality version of images. Let's just export this real quick. DNA high quality. There we go. I wonder what drinking expired DNA would do. Hopefully turn you into a cool monster. I hope so, at least. Anyway, yeah, that's DNA. Or a blob of biomass, even cooler. I love both of those ideas. Blob of biomass, unable to move, but still able to feel. I think that's the most important thing. Rub the erogenous flesh blob. Yeah, exactly. Am I weird that I like enjoy that way more than any traditional furry stuff? Like, there are the people who like the big dad bods and stuff, right? That's like a really common thing. But I don't care about any of that. I would rather be the flesh blob. I feel like that's way more... I like that way more. I do that to people who make me upset. Get sphered jerk. You made a 3D model of it. Yeah, I know. I do know. I've seen that. I don't like that it's demi personally, but I would rather be like green or something, or like transparent. But I get it, and I like it more than any like traditional furry stuff. You cannot stand the dad bod stuff. Scaly and blue, I would fucking love that. Real slime TF. Hey Bucky, you know. Yeah, the dad bod stuff I don't like at all. But I am in the minority there. So whatever. I am much more a fan of just like smooth scaly dudes and dudettes. I like them both. Dad bod stuff is too hummy for me. Yeah, I agree. Same reason I don't like Demi. I know a lot of people like Demi. I don't understand it though. Too human. I don't like it. I don't even like drawing fingernails because they are too human for me. Like, if I put a fingernail here, I don't want to do that. That's why I don't draw them. Not a fan of Demi, but to each their own. Yeah. But then I'm over here being, and I know you like this too, Cario, but I'm over here like, I fucking love Bug TF, and so many people are uncomfortable with that one. But I like it. It's good. You only draw humans as a means to facilitate change? Absolutely same. Yeah, I'm right there with you. How do they put a cylindrical label over a decidedly not cylindrical bottle? Because it's DNA'd. It's the drink of the future. They can do whatever they want. Feet only exist to TF into non-feet? I completely agree. I'm right there with you. How can I get away with... I'm just gonna do that. It doesn't really make much sense with the arm like kind of just fucking bending like that, but it looks better than what I was doing before. It doesn't matter too much. I can imagine they're like pulling themselves up or something. Actually, that's gonna be a shirt. Future tech, hard light constructs. Perfect. Gross human foot to chair foot. Yeah, chair foot, awesome. Forget gross human foot. What about chair foot? Forget gross human foot. What about 3 bug feet that are all made from a split of 1 human foot? Have you ever thought about that? Furniture TF is kind of underrated, but also not many people do it, right? Oh, I agree. It's difficult. Furniture TF and also vehicle TF. I feel like there's only a couple of people that do that really well. Forget gross human foot. Have you considered the wheel of a car? I fucking love that shit. That anime movie about a cat turning the dude into a chair, except it just ends at that scene. I haven't seen that. That sounds awesome. What even is that? Bugs are cool, chittin is cool. I appreciate that. Thank you, Little Fiend. I need that. I need that in my life. Vehicle TF is awesome, but there's less than a dozen pics that aren't horribly uncanny. Called Susume. It's not that exciting, but it's more about the girl than the chair dude. That's fair. I feel like him being a chair will facilitate fan service in a way that'll make me uncomfortable. I just like, I'm getting that vibe. But maybe I'm wrong. I never cared too much about inanimate TF, but like you said, to each their own. Yeah, exactly. I only like inanimate TF if it's like not identity death. Well, like identity death in a way that like the person transforming has like a new purpose that they're able to fulfill and they like feel validated and like their life is complete. Like, hey, I'm a chair. If someone sits on me, I am like validated. It's like the ultimate form of like, I have a purpose now. Or I'm a car, if I'm driven, that's my purpose and like my life is fulfilled. That actually makes me feel quite nice because personally, I feel like my life doesn't have much of a purpose. So I draw more inanimate stuff, but robots and objects are just too hard. I feel you there, yeah. Robots are fucking awesome. I really like that, I like Dinobot TF you did recently. That was really fun. Hey, bruh. Welcome to the stream. We're talking about inanimate object TF. Are there any that you like? Miss me with the bad end shit? Yeah. Bad end can be good if I'm like into it, you know? If it's like I'm just in the mood for that day. But I would much like in most circumstances I'd much rather the like fulfillment aspect. I actually do like the bad end stuff, but I have a morbid fascination with destruction. I completely understand that, yeah. It's only good if there's hypno involved, so they only feel good about it. That's an interesting one. I feel like I agree with you there. You're not an inanimate guy? So true. No, that's valid. I'm usually not either, but if someone draws it the way that I like it, then absolutely I am. And that only ever happens occasionally. Often, I see inanimate TF where like the object retains some bizarre biology. Like, for example, if we're going back to the chair TF, like if the chair still has human feet or something, which seems to happen a lot in inanimate TF, I hate that. I really don't like that. I want like full conversion. Become the thing. Go all the way. Don't give up halfway. Stuff like Dino Fossil TF via Rapid Decay, yes please. If I'm like into it that day, I completely agree. For the most part, I'm more of like a just wish fulfillment guy. But I've seen the way you draw that sometimes. Great stuff. Stop with the flattened faces. Yeah. Look, I get that some people like that. I'm not I never want to like diss anybody's thing. This is just a conversation that I find interesting. However, I would like more inanimate TF to be like all the way. I feel like that would be way more fun for me personally. I get that it's not what everybody likes. And I'm not trying to like stop anyone from having their own fun. The flattened faces on stuff is very common, and it's not something that I'm super interested in. If at all. Become Veru's new chair? I don't want to be a chair. I'd rather be like a fucking blender or something. I want to have like a mechanical purpose. Like how often a TF sequence has dudes growing boobs for no reason. MTF is very popular. I think because, I mean, this is me fucking speculating, right? I think because the furry community is full of a lot of dudes who want to be women, and full of a lot of trans women in general. And by dudes who want to be women, I'm not talking about trans women. I'm talking about just like dudes who have a fetish for transgenderism, but they're not transgender themselves. I don't know if I'm explaining that very well. You get, yeah, I get you. TG has been fetishized for a long time. Yeah, it's just I find it interesting that there don't seem to be many women who want to be dudes, which is like the other direction, or like dudes who want to be women who are then dudes. I feel like I'm not using any of this terminology correctly, and I really apologize if I'm making anyone uncomfortable with it. That's not my intention. I'm just like, I'm not very versed in the terminologies of any of this stuff. Though I'm trying to learn. So forgive me for that. You're fine? I hope so. Spread the butter, gotta love growing boobs and then falling onto all fours and having them shrink back down. Fair enough. If that's what you like. It's not my thing. TG has been fetishized for a long time, sometimes to a toxic degree. Interesting, yeah. No, I feel you there. I feel like it can breed a weird like chaser culture where like transgenderism is fetishized to like a toxic degree. I know that some of my friends who are transgender have felt that from like the communities that they're a part of, which is not something that I support. I feel like just being transgender shouldn't be something that can be openly fetishized by just like random people. And I do worry sometimes that having it so prevalent in porn makes it normalized outside of porn. And again, this is not a field that I am versed in very much. I try to be as informed as I can, but if I ever say something wrong or like uncomfortable, then just let me know. It's definitely something that I've noticed, is that there is a prevalence of MTF and not as much FTM. I'm agender half the time, so I can't complain. Hard to tell half the time if it's fetishizing TG or just women and TBH both are bad. Oh, fetishizing TG or just women and TBH both are bad. Yeah, no, I feel that. You've always wanted to get female to male, but you don't have a female character? Ooh! Ooh, that's fair. You should make Timothy Tamantha an OC who's just a female human version of you. Oh, dude, Amber Isle for my stream wishlist is on sale. That's fucking awesome. I wish I had money. You do try to combat the lack of FTM? But not often enough. I know, I've noticed that. Especially, I feel like your commission sheet specifically says that you enjoy FTM. Oh, sorry. Yeah, no. That was correct the first time. Yeah. No, I completely get that. Look, if you ever want to do FTM, and you ever want inspiration for it, I'll ask my partner Grob. She is also very into FTM. And I'm sure she could give you some great ideas for that. That's what I want. Are you sure? I don't think we've formally met, but I'd be down. Yeah, I'll get, maybe I'll get Grub to, like, message you on Discord or something. I don't know. I feel like Grub is, like, super inspiring to talk to about that sort of thing, though. She's chill. She could get, like, really excited, but I feel like that's part of the reason why she's great to talk to. Because she can be very, very inspiring when she gets excited. Okay. You gotta get going to work? Oh, see you, Tim Tim. You didn't know my partner's gender identity until this moment? I feel like I surprised some people, or a lot of people actually, that I am in a in a straight relationship, because I feel like it's very uncommon. But I don't know. Yeah, I guess we don't really talk about it. It's interesting. And also, I totally understand Grub not wanting to talk about it as well, because like presenting female online can be a really uncomfortable position to be in. So I totally understand why she doesn't talk about it too openly. At least not in more public spaces, like directly on Blue Sky or something. I know she's fine talking about it, like on stream and like in Discord and stuff. But I get not mentioning it as much on Blue Sky and stuff like that. But I guess, yeah, it just hasn't really come up. Okay. This is... Oh, right. Yeah, we're doing easy TF today. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. This one's great because I don't have to do any, like, merging skin tone. I think I still might, actually. Could be interesting. Yeah, no, I've had a bunch of people now, like, I've posted, or Grub and I have both posted, like, art with both of us in it. And then we've had people be like, you're such wonderful boyfriends. And it's like, no. But, you know, it's interesting. We are kind of a minority in that way. I don't really know any straight couples in the furry community. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm sure there are. I just can't think of any. That needs to be on that layer. There we go. Kind of interesting to think about. If you're furry, people are going to assume at least one of you is gay and or trans. No, that's very fair. Neither of us are gay or trans. Although we're both bisexual. I think Grub is more bisexual than I am. And by that I mean Grub is also attracted to, like, human women. I'm attracted to human women, but not, you know, not as much as a traditional person is. But I'm far more likely to get into a relationship with a a human woman because I am not like none of the aspects of a man's physicality interest me unless they are like a lizard or you know what I mean. I am bisexual when it comes to like furries. I'm quite attracted to like lizard dudes, but only like the agender slash like gender fluid presenting ones, not like manly or anything. If that's the case, why does it feel like there's a ton more straight porn than gay in FA? True, it does feel like that, doesn't it? You definitely got that without any attraction to women? Yeah. I feel like I'm very bizarre. Like, I'm not... I don't feel anything when I see, like, a conventionally attractive person, woman or man. I don't feel anything. It was quite uncomfortable at school because all of the dudes that I hung out with were always like, oh, look at that girl, she's so fucking hot. And it's like, I don't feel any of that. But when it comes to furries, I'm like, yeah, I'm attracted to XYZ, both men and women. And I've had experience having both a boyfriend and a girlfriend at this point. And it's been interesting seeing how my brain reacts to all of that. When, and this is nothing against my boyfriend. He was a wonderful guy. I'm sure he still is. When we both showed each other our human faces, my brain was immediately like, I'm not attracted to this guy anymore, which sucked for me. I feel so guilty for feeling like that. I just completely lost any attraction, which I just feel fucking terrible for that, by the way. That's all on me. But that same thing doesn't happen if it didn't happen with Grub and I, for example. And I guess that's just how my brain works. I'm not stating any like... I feel like I'm so scared of it becoming like a political thing, which this is not supposed to be. It's just how my brain works. I hope that people get that. I don't know if I've ever experienced what people call attraction. I don't think I've experienced it to the level that people seem to experience it in media and like movies and stuff. I'm just kind of like, I get a crush on somebody and it's like kind of an emotional thing more than a physical thing. I feel like I feel attraction for like fucking TF art though. You'll find this isn't about politics, just personal preference. Okay. Yeah. I need to know someone for a while before I get a crush. So I'll definitely... Yeah. Big same. If I have a crush on someone, it's purely like an emotional thing. Yeah, someone's physicality doesn't usually come into account for me either. I'm a weird mix of that and like I do have a little bit of a physical attraction, I guess, to like somebody stoner. Like I'm like, yeah, I would do that sonar, you know what I mean? I feel like that is like the closest I get to it. You, MK, and I seem to have pretty similar experiences. Yeah. And I you know, it's really cool that we can like meet up and talk about that sort of thing. I feel like it's kind of rare. I have often felt very alone in my preferences online. I guess that's why I was so interested in your art from the very beginning, Kairio, just because it was like doing the stuff that I didn't see very often in the community. And it was the stuff that I was like, exactly like, yes, this is how I feel too. And like the types of characters you drew and like body shapes and stuff were all like, yeah, that's exactly what I like. And I wish more people drew stuff like that. I want those socks now, and I usually don't even like Webby Pete's. Look, I'm good at making people feel things. I will take that. I'll take that win. I know what I'm doing. What is this? No, I don't want sparkles. I'm good, thanks. I need different effect. Soft circle. What is this? No, that's not what I want. Petal, cherry, feather, glitter? That's kind of it. Sparkle. That's not what I want. It's bloodstain. No. I want one that's just like a speckle. I feel like this... I don't have a speckled one. I'm gonna have to find one. Oh! Wait. Spray? Droplet. Yes! Perfect. Found it. No, I absolutely love getting to know people with similar tastes because I feel like it's quite rare. And I really appreciate you joining the stream, both of you. It always fascinates me that people are interested in what I'm drawing, especially, you know, I obviously look up to you, Kairio, and your art. So the fact that you want to watch my stream, crazy shit to me. I really appreciate it. And thank you for being here, everybody else. And I feel bad calling you specifically out like that. It's just like, yeah, you have been an inspiration. And that's just the way it is. Oh no, one of the fucking sparkles made it on there. That's not what I wanted. CSP's limits make me miss Photoshop sometimes, but I also know a lot of them can be overcome just by add-ons and stuff, but you're too lazy to find them. Real. Yeah, I'm the same. Any more fucking sparkles? Yes. Another one, hidden. Okay. Chat didn't send your last few compliments, rip. Send them again, I want to hear them. Inflate my ego. Do it. I want my ego to be inflated because I need it. I need my ego to be inflated constantly. Otherwise it deflates and then I feel like shit. Wow, that was real. Holy shit. Yeah. Those Pete's look like they feel so good. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate that you're a fan. Honestly, I'm not super special. I'm just a dude that drew what I like to see more of. Aren't we all? We're all that. And you don't have to be super special. I just like what you do. I'm just a dude that likes what you do. And I'm a big fan of it. So, take that. Take that. Astrobot, the anxiety spiral in real time. Yeah, that's me. I am the anxiety spiral. That's my tulpa, is anxiety. Astrobot OST is so fucking good, dude. Oh my god. I love that game so much. It was a nice surprise. I love how just how well received it was, especially after the fucking Concord failure. Pardon me, Jesus. Just seeing Sony just get their ass kicked by their own like company, the best. That was absolutely the best thing that could have happened. Like, fuck your live service model, dude. Release Astrobot 2. Like, that's what people want. I enjoyed catching all the mechanics they stole from Nintendo games. So am I. I feel like more people should steal more mechanics from Nintendo games. Nintendo has a monopoly over, like, so many cool ideas. More people need to take them. All of Super Mario Galaxy. So many people could make more interesting concepts with those ideas. And nobody's done anything. It's been over 10 years. And nobody's done anything. It's been over 15 years. Jesus. I'm doing my part. I've stolen all of classic 3D Zelda. Take it and run. Run! Ugh. I'm gonna steal all of classic 3D Mario as well. Once I get the chance. Once I get around to it. My next big game project, I really, really want to do a... 3D platformer. Like, so bad. After Formica, of course. And Hyakuyaku. But Hyakuyaku it's getting close. We're finishing it this year. It is definitely getting close. There we go. Ugh. Yeah, I like that. I always find it difficult to, like, not overdo it with the highlights on, like, geckos and stuff. It's something that I need to figure out how to do a little better. I feel like that's fine. Okay. Now I add overshadow, I should say. There we go. That's what I want. Okay, maybe a little bit more. Maybe just a... yeah. No. I don't know. It's hard to figure out the balance on this shit. In the background, I don't even know. I fucking put a blue nothing. A blue nothing as the background. That's fine. Whatever. It's the subject that I'm more interested in. Let's be real. Fucking... I don't know. If I put a funny little shadow in, maybe that'll make it more interesting. Let's go to tonal correction. Oh, it's locked. Cool. Me putting generic gradient background on everything I color. Literally, I don't know. I don't want to work anymore on this. I'm done. Like, the cool part's done. Maybe if I do that and then make it smaller and then blur it a bit, then it'll be interesting. Did I just cut off a bunch of information? Yes, I did. That's not gonna make anything look any good. Maybe I do that. So it looks like there's a shadow, right? Is that interesting? No, I don't like this at all. I'm getting rid of it. I know. Okay, let's expand the wall a bit. Some of us like generic gradient backgrounds. That's so real. Oh my god. And then let's add a nice whatever this is along the wall. What do you call this? A border thing? Sure. And then let's add a vignette. Oh, let's add a actually, we can get rid of that. Delete layer. Let's add one of these friends. Motaxio, welcome. It's called a molding, I believe. That is awesome. I'm glad that you knew what that meant. Okay, I want to do one of these ones. A molding. We add a nice molding on the wall, just to make it look kind of like a minimalist representation of a wall. And then we'll go to above our line art, but below our highlights, and then we'll add a vignette, and we'll call it a day. Which is what I do every single time. We add our vignette, we put it on the multiply layer, we go filter, blur, a Gaussian blur, put it to like 100, maybe 120, maybe 160. Yeah, that's good, 160. And we turn it down a bit. Perfect, look at that. Adds just a little bit of depth without any effort in the slightest. And then we finish it off with some dialogue. Easy peasy. Frog legs looks really awesome. Thank you. It's gecko legs, but I will define that in the upload. Just the classic stuttering. You got to get that in. You got to get some stuttering in. Then you got to get the question mark, exclamation mark combo. Some ellipses in there. There you go. You write it all in capitals. Hitting all the TF tropes. Gotta knock it out of the park. All the TF tropes. You know what I like to do as well? I like to get a gradient and put it in front of the dialogue. Like this. A little bit more like this. Yeah, there we go. And then I like to lock it to the below layer. And look what we've done. All of a sudden, we've added some TF into the dialogue. I'm actually going to shrink it just a little bit. Question. Wow, TF words too. Are gecko peats actually pause? Oh, tiny script underneath. It feels really good though. That's such a good idea. Holy shit. I think they're actually pause. I would call them pause. I don't know. I don't want it to blend in with the background too much. Get grippers. It's ambiguous if they mean the foots themselves or the nail bits. So true. What's the word for things that aren't paws, hooves, or talons with that secret fourth slimy thing? I call them flippers. They could be flippers. Get grippers. I like all of these. Nice trick. I like the color gradient. Grippers aren't bad. Yeah. Now we can also add, this is another thing I like doing, making a black layer behind the background and then turning the opacity of the background down. It's not really working though, so I feel like I need to put some contrast outside of the dialogue. Just pretty easy. All I need to do is get the dialogue layer. I'm actually going to merge it with this gradient layer real quick, because merge selected layers. There we go. Then I will select all of the pixels that aren't the dialogue. Then I will invert, and then I will expand by 20, and I'll press OK. Now I have like an outline around the dialogue, and what I can do is I can make a new layer called dialogue BG, and then I can make it white. Bam. Look how much more that stands out. Perfect. I'm then going to take the dialogue and I'm going to go edit tonal correction luminosity, and then I'm going to turn it down just a little bit just to make it a little bit more black. Okay, there we go. There's an outline layer. What the fuck? There's an outline layer based function? Jesus. How do I even find that? Oh, of course there is. Dragons definitely have paws though. Oh my god. Okay. Don't worry. I love learning a new program. And then I'll sign. And I won't give it an outline or anything. I'm fine with my signature blending into the background. Just as long as it's there. I'm gonna make it a bit smaller too. Put it up in the corner, like I always do. Actually, fuck it. It's gonna go down here today. No, it's gonna go up in the corner. Fills a blank space. I'll send you a screenshot. Please do. Thank you. Export single layer. There, we're done. I'll put it in my finals folder and then I'll upload it everywhere, and I'll fucking spam a million Discord servers because that's the way that I like getting my art out. Hey, Lapis. Sent on telly, thank you. Gecko, technically? Yeah. It is. Really very much liking how your style interacts with clothing. Thank you. It's a difficult one to get right, and I feel like I'm still doing a lot of learning there, but I'm glad that I'm getting it, like, to a good state. I think it's really interesting. And I'm enjoying this, like, cool sock clothing thing that I'm doing today. I have enough for a pause for pause, but you just finished these. Also, pause for pause is turned off right now, because I turned it off the other day, and I forgot to turn it back on. My apologies. But you can't do a pause for pause anyway, because I gotta go to work, unfortunately. I'd love to continue streaming, but I have to work. So sorry about that, everybody. I hope you have an awesome day, though. This has been great. I really enjoyed having you guys around. I hope you've had a good time. I'm bad at clothes and I don't like studies. That's so real. I think the way you draw clothes is fine. I think it works. Have a great day, Kynie. You too. Everyone, have a great day. Go and find another streamer you want to hang out with if you want to do that. I'm not going to raid today. I'm just going to end it. So I hope you have a good one, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. I hated that. I hated how that sounded. That sounded awful. Bye. There we go. That one's better.